Hi, this is Tom Jacobs from tdjacobs.com. I'm an evolutionary astrologer, also an energy worker, and a channel. And at tdjacobs.com, you'll find a bunch of stuff, tools to help you along your journey, including readings and tutoring, and also an upcoming 4-day healing intensive called the Pluto Healing Intensive. And this video is on what to expect at that intensive. So I do all kinds of healing work and teaching, but when it comes to these 4-day intensives, and I've done 4 of them so far on 2 different topics, 2 of them on Pluto already. I gathered together a small group of 5 or 6 people to work with me in person, and essentially I spend months preparing for it to be able to handle people's Plutonian problems, to work through them. So when we get into the space, I take the group of us kind of slowly down deep into the terrain in which unconscious issues can be unearthed in a contained way, in, so to speak, a safe environment, and I help you resolve them. So I'm working with 2 different beings, plus your own spirit guides. So people who are sensitive and intuitive can feel the room getting kind of crowded. A bunch of beings there to support a healing process, whatever it is that you need. I work with Archangel Metatron. That's how I do energy work and program different crystals with that energy. And Archangel Metatron is focused on uncompromising integrity. So in the context of a Pluto healing session or 4-day intensive, the integrity is for you to be able to look at what hurts or brings embarrassment or shame or causes guilt or grief that's unprocessed or anger that is volcanic in nature or something. Anything Plutonian that has had you disempowered or not wanting to be alive, to take us into that space and hold space for it to become unearthed, to unfold, so to speak, like a flower, sharing its Plutonian energy, and then we can transmute it. So I'm holding the group in a space with Archangel Metatron's energy. And this is uncompromising integrity. So whatever your pain is, whatever your fear is, whatever the thing is, Metatron is stronger than that. And I have learned how to hold this space for, 6 people at a time to do this. So that's one being I work with. The other being is Ascended Master Djehuty, spelled D-J-E-H-U-T-Y. That's his Chem, or we would say ancient Egyptian name. You also know him as Hermes. Yes, that Hermes. Thoth, Saint Germain, the keeper of the violet flame of forgiveness, and Merlin, that ancient being from Arthurian times who in that life is a high priest, but there's an archetype of magician and high priest that is this being as well. So it teaches through me. So as we talk about Pluto during the first part of the intensive, and I give you an introduction, I'll talk about soul and karma and the multi-life journey and how your soul sees your human lives and why Plutonian experiences affect us so deeply and how to change the karma by healing the emotions and changing the beliefs. Beliefs wrapped around emotions are karma. So I teach that karma can actually be changed, and this Pluto Intensive is one of the great opportunities to find that out, because it goes to the core of the deepest issues over the 4 days we go together. So I channel those 2 beings, and I do energy work in meditation with the small group, and also I'm channeling your spirit guides and Djehuty as we're doing the readings. Every person gets personalized attention. So we work with however many charts are of people who are there. So if there's 6 people, we have 6 charts we work with. And we take all this intro material and make it personal and real to unearth whatever it is that's been holding you back in fear, shame, embarrassment, regret, depressiveness, suicidal thoughts, whatever it is that makes you feel like life isn't worth living, or you're a terrible person, or you made all these mistakes. We dig down in there. One person after the last one, last October, reported getting her dignity back. And I have 3 testimonials on the in the description below here. I'll put the link to go read about and sign up with a deposit. As of today, as of May 16th, I have 2 deposits, so that means there are 4 spots still open. And the dates, by the way, haven't mentioned it, September 26th through 29th, 2019, and it will be in Sedona, Arizona. I will rent a house that you can stay in. I won't stay there because you need a break the practitioner and the beings, and I need a break from being with the group. But you will be able to stay there, and then we'll do the work in the house during those 4 days, and it'll be in the Sedona or Oak Creek area, right around there. So I love teaching these intensives. I did 2 Family and the Conspiracy of Love intensives and 2 Pluto Healing intensives. And with the family one, you have a chance to heal family relationships across time, even with those who have passed away. There's a very beautiful thing about it. With the Pluto Healing Intensive, we go to the depth of the depths. And I, as a Scorpionic person, I don't always love the preparation that I go through in my own Plutonian garbage to be able to hold space for 6 people, a new round of 6 people every time. But when we get there, I love being there because there's no reason that because of something that happened to you, or a bunch of things that may have happened to you, or a choice that you may have made, there's no reason for you to be down on yourself and to remain in a state of disempowerment or resenting yourself or the universe or God or everybody else or your family or whatever. There's no reason for you to retain disempowerment except that it's a teaching tool. Why can't we get over these things that vex us? The answer is we're not done learning through that. Well, what are we trying to learn? We're trying to learn how to go from fear into love. But Plutonian issues represent shadows, these parts of ourselves we don't want to have to look at and deal with because they frighten us. So I am your guide into that land where we can look at this and you can learn to change your relationship with these shadow parts that hold so tightly on to Plutonian fear. I do have a lot of tools around to teach about Plutonian issues. The Pluto Generations course at tdjacobs.com, I'll link to that as well. And also the Soul's Journey trilogy of books does cover my empowering view of Pluto issues and how to deal with Plutonian karma that we typically don't want to look at because we're terrified of being taken over by something negative. Also, my website, healingsuicide.com, talks about how to deal with the emotions that may lead us into thinking that suicide is a good option. So I have a lot of tools like that. But to bring 6 people together in a small group, I get to create a container for each person to have a transformative unwinding experience. So that's why I love doing the 6-person small group events. So check this out at tdjacobs.com. A deposit of $300 holds your spot. Again, the dates are September 26th through 29th. It's a Thursday through a Sunday, 2019. In Sedona, Arizona, and all the info is at tdjacobs.com on the healing courses, and then there's a special or particular unique page for this intensive. I'm just inviting you to be open to seeing a way through Plutonian issues, to envisioning that you don't have to be stuck with disempowerment or negative self-image or regret, guilt, shame, self-doubt, whatever. You don't have to be stuck with those traumas that may have occurred, that may have left you feeling small or unimportant, or that life isn't worth living. You don't have to stay in that space. So check out the Pluto Healing Intensive through tdjacobs.com. I'm Tom Jacobs, and I will be your psychopomp or your guide into your own unconscious for that healing. Thanks for your time and energy, and I look forward to working with you.